Here's something really interesting. Link has literally been dead flat sideways for 1 year. Take a look at this huge mother of all consolidations right here. 1 month more down here, and we've been here for an entire year for Link. And that's a really big deal. And in this video, I want to talk to you about how this thing could be ready to double. And if you're not ready for it, if you're not aware of what the factors at play are, you might miss a train that you really wish that you were riding. So here's the deal. Let's look at this on the logarithmic scale and anchor the chart. And I want to draw a box around this range, right? I mean, Link has been like this for so long now. We've been consistently finding resistance at $9.30. Let me drop a line right there, and consistently finding support at $5.50. And then in between, we're just ranging. This is a trader's paradise, right? Long, you short the top, trade it all the way down. You long the bottom, trade it all the way up. Easy money. Easy money. And if you're trading ranges like this, I mean, it's so predictable, it's so easy to pull off that you kind of just set the order. You just set the order down here to long, stop loss down below just in case you're wrong, and you forget about it. You go on and live the rest of your life. Really cool. I'm going to talk to you about a few other cool opportunities in this video, but real quick, if you want to take advantage of anything in these markets, then every single coin that I cover with you guys, including this one right here, is available on Bybit. You can trade it as a spot pair with 0 fees, and as a derivatives pair as well. You can leverage it up, which is obviously what I like to trade, and you can do that with up to $30,000 in free trading ammunition. Sign up using my link down below, make your first deposit, start trading. You get up to 30k in cash, and if you already have an account, you can make a brand new one as well. Now, what's really interesting about this is just the time frame. It's the time frame, right? This is a big range. It's a 50% range. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of trading that can happen within this range, and there's a lot of trading that did happen within this range. But it's a really long time that we've been kind of stuck trading within this range. And what's also interesting is that we're stuck trading in this range based off the 2019 top, right? If you remember when Bitcoin rallied all the way up to $14,000, I believe it was on the same leg that Link found resistance right here. Resistance here again at the beginning of 2020, but then it got the really big blow up. And when it blew up above this resistance level, it pulled like a 10x gain from there. Very big price action. And we are consolidating right here. This is where the opportunity is, right? If you can see that the market is consolidating at all, it's consolidating for a long time. It's consolidating right where we saw a major market reversal that resulted in, look, let's put these numbers in perspective, okay? This line right here sits at, like, I can't even read the number. Let's look at it on my chart right here. This top happened at $4.50 and took the market down to $1.50. Okay, so that's like a 70% drop, 68% drop. That was very impressive. How close my estimate was. That's a 70% drop to the downside off this level that we are now consolidating on for a year. We're consolidated for a long time. It's happening at a critical level, and this is a strong coin. This isn't, okay, all coins that aren't Bitcoin are shit coins. We know this. This is a fact. But this is still a really critical, a coin as far as development goes, right? It's not like your typical resident shit coin that comes on the block with just a little fancy white paper and $3 million in funding. This is Chainlink. This is still, to a lot of people, a big deal. Really important. By the way, if you're watching this on the main �4Flies channel, you're watching it late, and you're watching, content which there's a lot more of on the �4Flies daily channel. You can check it out by looking at the link in the description right here. It's literally right at the top. Click on the �4Flies daily link, and you can come to the main channel where you can actually watch all of this altcoin analysis. The normal channel, �4Flies channel, stays dedicated to Bitcoin and macroeconomics, but this channel, the second one, is mainly for altcoins. If you're not watching it on the second channel, then fix that. Come here, subscribe, tick the bell so that you don't miss out on this very time-sensitive content. But this is a really big deal. It's off a critical level. But this is where things get exciting. If we take a look at Link potentially breaking out, the next area of resistance that I'm seeing on this chart sits between $12 and $15, which means that there's a big price gap to get from where we are right now to that next price target. And roughly from where we are right now, that is a 100% pump. Right, a 100% pump means that you double your money. If you buy it right now and it goes up there, you would double your money. And that's really impressive because there's nothing stopping Link from going up. there's a lot stopping Link from dropping, right? It's the fact that this is the previous low for the bear market, right? So if Link were to fall below this current low right here at $5.50, that to me would probably mean that we're going significantly lower for a very long time. We're going to drop down to like $1, $2. We're going to stay there for a long time. It's going to be a big depression. Do you see something like that happening in the world economy and in the crypto space in general? If yes, then okay, Link is probably in a bad place. Me personally, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not a doom and gloomer anyway. You know, I still think that actually we've got some really nice potential, and I think that this is exactly how a market would bottom anyway, right? I'm the kind of guy that's going to pay attention to this market, not let my emotions cloud my judgment, and understand that if we consolidate for an entire fucking year and it's a strong project anyway, and it's consolidating right off a major market high previously, this is the right setup. This is the right setup, ladies and gents, to get a really nice pump to the upside. You know, and to see that resistance is so far away is really nice. Support is close, but resistance is far away, and that means we've got a brilliant risk to reward setup. If you look at this chart and you look at actually trying to play a level like this, right? Let's take a look at this. Let's outline the same level. Let's just put it at, you know, $12 just to make it easy. If we say that this is what we're looking at and we just kind of try and calculate the risk on a trade like this, let's use the classic long and short ratio tool. It's behaving really weirdly because I'm on the log scale. So let me just bring this back like this. I'm just going to expand the chart a little bit so we can see this very clearly. And I just want to bring this up to the bottom. Let's put it a little bit lower. Let's say there's room for a stop loss. I'm not saying that this is actually a trade that I would take, but definitely a cool opportunity nonetheless. Risk to reward of 1.8. That means for every dollar I risk, I stand to make $1.8, $1.80. That's not an amazing risk to reward. You know, usually you want a minimum of 2 or 3 or 4. But what we have, in my opinion, that makes this an even safer opportunity is the fact that it's Chainlink. Again, it's not a shit coin that's, you know, rank number 67 on CoinMarketCap. This is a major coin that a lot of people respect. Doesn't really matter what I think about it. You know, and my opinions are not favorable on this coin. Doesn't really matter. It's the fact that there are some really nice opportunities in this market. I've actually drawn this correctly now, and the risk to reward ratio is 3. So this actually now looks, you know, exactly in line with a textbook trade. But even at 3, it doesn't look as good as what it actually is. Like, this is a much better opportunity than just a standard 3 risk to reward ratio trade, because of the fact that this is such a critical area of support, but we're still so far away from resistance, which means that there's not a long way to drop if things go bad, but there's a very long way to rise up if things go well, which means that if you are a bull, you have a lot more opportunity on a coin like this right now. And that's actually one of the things that, you know, real traders, you don't see people talking about this on YouTube because they just don't fucking know. They just don't trade. But when you're in these markets, you'd almost, a lot of the time, you'd be willing to take a worse chance of success if your success means that you make a lot of money. Let me break this down with some math for you. It's going to be super simple. Hit up the likes if you enjoy this kind of content. What we're looking at here is quite simple. If you've got a success rate of 25%, okay, so you win 1 out of every 4 trades, right? You make money 1 time out of every 4 trades that you take. But that 25%, when it actually works, when you make money, if you make a lot of money, if you make a 100% gain, you double your money, and then every time you lose money, you only lose 10%, 5%, 20%, you know, nothing big, nothing crazy. You can keep eating losses. You can keep getting punched in the face, eating these losses consistently until the big winner comes, and the big winner will wipe out everything that went wrong and put you massively in the green. This is something which only really real traders know about and talk about and consider, because you won't really understand these concepts until you've had some skin in the game, until you've actually been exposed to the market and you start to realize, like, hang on a minute, I don't need to have a high success rate. I just need to not lose much money every time I lose, and I need to make a lot of money every time I make money. Every time you have a profitable trade, it should be a big profit, and every time you have a loss, it should be a small loss. And if it looks like that, you don't need a high success rate. Now, ideally, you want both. Ideally, you want a high success rate and big gains with small losses, right? And that's what we're always moving towards. That's what I aim to do. That's what I show you guys inside of VIP, how I'm actively positioning myself to achieve that. And I think that, I've done a fairly decent job of doing so. You can jump inside of VIP if you want to see what's going on behind those closed doors. And I talk to you a lot about it publicly as well. You want to have both, but if you can only pick one, it's not too bad to be in a situation like this, right? Where during a bear market, you kind of bet on an underdog, really, because this is an underdog. A lot of the other major coins have been moving, but Link hasn't. If we look at something like Cardano, which is also, I mean, you know, it may not necessarily be particularly similar to Link, but in terms of the way people treat it, it's quite clear that people love this coin. From its low up to where it is right now, it's managed to move up by a really nice 60%. I'm not sure, maybe Link has done something similar. Let's take a look. From its low to its current price, it's moved up by 28%. Yeah, and its entire range is only 70% anyway. So Cardano already has done something significantly more impressive than Link. You know, and I think that's a really big deal. Really kind of goes to show my point here, which is that this is still a major coin. Let's not forget which position it holds. Where is Chainlink, actually? I can't find it. It's not in the top 10. Where is it? It's number 19, right here. It's still a major coin, top 20, okay? Yeah. You know, and I think that for that, you know, for these kind of reasons, it's really important to keep in mind. But if we look at an even shorter term chart, this is where it gets even more exciting. This shorter term chart, where we're just looking at the 4-hour time frame, has a really nice ascending triangle for Link, where our lows keep on getting higher. We're pushing the higher side, and our resistance, as we know, stays mostly the same. And that looks really nice to me, because it means that in the short term, we might be looking at a nice pump to the upside to get to the top of this range. As we know very well, the top of this range is at $9.30. So a pump above this level. See, this is the thing. If we zoom in even more and look very, very carefully at this range, we can see that if Link is able to get above this level or this level, if Link is able to get above $7.60 to $8.10, around there, if it's able to, let's just put a line in the middle. If it's able to get above $7.90, then we're probably looking at rallying right up to the top. Okay, and every time we break the top, obviously, we've got some potential to have the breakout and get a really nice move up. So not only is it looking like something big could happen soon, where we could have major progress soon, but from a longer term time frame perspective, it also looks incredibly good as far as opportunity goes in this market. Right, to be able to trade something like this, if I look at going long on Link right above these highs right here, literally right above them, because it's pretty tight. It doesn't really fake out very high and then come back down. You know, it hasn't faked out very much at all. It actually looks like a pretty nice tight range. My line is at 9.364, and the highest fake out we got was 9.63. So it's another 30 cents higher. It's about 3% more. It's a 3% fake out. Yeah, it's really not that bad. A 3% fake out, very, very manageable. If I were to set a long position, like right here, where I go long right above this line, and by the way, if you don't know how to do this, this is the kind of thing that I show you, like literally the mechanics of how I do it on different exchanges inside of VIP and the 𝐴 Academy course that most of you will get for free when you join VIP. I'd be, you know, potentially going long over here, and I've got a lot of upside potential to enjoy. The reason I'm not going long right at the resistance level is, you know, we might come up here but not reach the second line and then drop back down. But if we reach the second line, then we've probably pumped so much that we're not going to come back down, that we're probably just going to keep going up. So if I look at the upside potential there from this line up to my resistance area, that's a really nice 30% range. And I think I can comfortably trade something like that on, let's take a look, maybe like 3x leverage. So I'd probably, yeah, double my money on this range right here, which is really, really nice. And if I want to trade it a little bit more aggressively, then the next resistance, the closer resistance level is right here. I could probably enter along like around here, and I'd probably be targeting the very same level. So looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty good with 3x leverage over here. You know, this turns into 150% profit. There's some really nice opportunities potentially brewing on Chainlink right here. It's been a sleeping giant. I've really never seen anything like this where it just... the thing is, it hasn't died either, right? It's not a project that has just been completely abandoned. When it drops to lows, people are buying. When it goes up to resistance, people are selling. It's being squashed into this range on purpose. And that makes for a really beautiful accumulation, you know, kind of pattern that, yeah, could potentially lead to some really nice upsides. So I'm excited for it. And if you are, then go ahead and check out the link to Bybit as well, where you can take advantage of it. You can trade it for free, 0% spot fees, meaning you can buy and sell it completely free of charge. Very, very cool indeed. If you have enjoyed this video, you know exactly what to do. Hit up the likes, subscribe, tick the bell, do all that good stuff. And again, if you're watching this on the main channel, go to the link in the description down below. It's right at the top of the description. And click on this right here to come to the second channel, to the 4Flyers Daily channel, where you get more analysis from me on these markets, specifically on altcoins. Very, very cool new channel I've just launched here. If you're not watching it already on this channel, then go ahead and fix that. Tick the bell, make sure you get all the notifications for the content that we upload, and I'll see you all in the very next one. Cheers.